I like, my favorite part about 10 Cents podcast is the intro,
Okay.
and it goes like, dan, 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 dan,
Okay.
dan.
Okay.
What's good? This is boy Kazzaz. This is 10 Cents podcast.
Rateb.
What's good? This is Amer.
Rateb. I started recording.
Oh, okay, my bad.
All right. So everybody, what's good? This is boy Amer Tabban. We're
Wait,
10 Cent podcast. We're giving you more than what you asked for. I'm here with one of my friends. What's your name?
Rateb Kahhaleh.
Anyways, so Rateb, how do I know you? Like, who are you?
Amer Tabban.
Okay, hold up. Rateb, my last name is Tabban, not Tabban. Why do you always like?
Oh, that's like kind of how I met Amer. The first week I met him, he was like, "Hi, what's your name?" Amer Tabban. And then I would go to him and just tell him, "Hey, Amer, are you Tabban by any chance?"
Okay, Tabban. To those people that don't understand what Tabban is tired. My name is Tabban. So the last name is Tabban. He's saying Tabban. So he's literally switching my name with like a letter, and he's making it tired. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't like, I know it was a pretty silly joke, but
Yeah.
Amer would get so butthurt every time we say that. And then
Yeah.
it caught on, and like everyone I'm pretty sure I wasn't the one who invented that joke. I'm pretty sure his friends back home call him
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
But, at least in UCSD, it was Amer's first week, and UCSD your second week. Came with his mustache, happy Amer, always touching his mustache.
Okay.
I wish you could see him right now. But what would happen is like, oh, Amer Tabban, and then he would, bro, it's like, how he shakes all his shoulders. And
Yeah.
for those of you who know Amer, obviously.
Yeah, yeah. But anyways, man. So when you first met me, you were like, I remember like you introduced me, or like you kind of like, oh, this is the other Syrian, and I was just like, I looked at you and I'm like, bro, like I have a name, like my name's Ahmed, like you don't have to introduce me like the other Syrian. Like how'd you like?
Okay, so I met Amer at UCSD, and like we're pretty active in the Muslim Student Association there.
Uh-huh.
And I'm used to being the only Syrian there. That's my identity. But then it comes Amer, my third year and my last year.
Okay.
He's there, and he's like, "Oh, I'm Syrian too," and he's like always repping the Halab. You know how Amer is like, "Oh, everything's the Halab, bro. Bro, back in Halab, bro."
Alright,
And there's like, "Oh,
it's fine.
the Halab, bro."
Okay.
He's like always talking about that, and I kind of felt like, dang, like someone's repping my culture harder than me. And honestly, I don't rep Syria that hard, even though I grew up there. I spent 19 years of my life there.
Yeah, way
But
more
I
than
don't
have.
rep it like 10% of what Amer does.
Okay, I don't. Okay, y'all. I feel like y'all exaggerate too much.
Oh, bro, for those of you who know Amer, how many times does he say Halab?
Okay, damn. Okay, this podcast is not about to be hated on me.
Oh, for sure. I
I'm
love
trying
Amer. Anyway,
Anyways, so okay, so like you just kept calling me the other Syrian, and like that was just it. Like I was like, I
I
guess.
think the other Syrian was like the first week, because it just hit me that there's another Syrian guy in this small community.
I see.
And, I felt like someone's stealing something from me.
Okay, I mean, I guess, bro. But anyways,
I liked him a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
there we go. That was good.
I liked him a lot. Based on our first interaction, apparently he thought I was. What do you think I was?
For what do you mean?
I don't know.
I thought you were like, I don't know. I thought you hated Syria at one point. I don't know.
Oh
why.
shoot.
Yeah, I don't know. You just gave me like, ugh, like this guy like doesn't really care about who he's from. But then I started meeting you like, damn, like nah, this guy's like there's more than just like this small little picture. It's like a bigger picture. So shout out, I guess.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. What about culture shocks? Like you came in here, like like we all watch like movies back home where like we're like, oh, like High School Musical, like these like like random movies like that we watch. Like obviously it's Hollywood, so we were all watching it. And, like you come to the United States, is everything the same? Or like what's some like weird culture shock that you saw? Like you came in, you were like, what the hell? This doesn't make sense to me.
Honestly, it was a shocker how much the U.S. is like what I saw in movies and shows when I was back home.
Okay.
So I don't know. I was like that. I kept thinking to myself, oh my God, California's so familiar.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that. But I think my first shocker would be the first time I drove in the U.S.
Okay.
and I didn't have a driver's license.
Oh, okay. That's okay. That's
I mean,
not
yeah,
cool, for sure.
and I was with my brother, and I was with my brother, and he's like, okay, just like you can drive a bit. Where you go?
Mm-hmm.
I barely know how to drive at that point.
Okay.
And yeah, because like back home driving is 18 plus, and we don't have freeways anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say
Syria
that.
doesn't
It's
have
not the
freeways.
same, bro.
So driving like on regular roads is whatever.
Yeah.
It's adi. That's my.
It's odd. Yeah.
Adi's like whatever. And I go on the freeway and I completely panic, bro. I was like, what the hell do I do? Like, because like cars are speeding, going 70, 80 miles per hour,
Yeah.
and I'm in the middle, and just after my brother yells at me a little bit, we're just like,
Pull over.
I pull over. We switch side.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I remember like that was my first month. I was like just amused by the roads and like
Yeah.
how people follow traffic rules and
You know, what's funny? It's like there's this like odd up thing where like when you teach your kid how to drive, like they just like just throw you out there. Like
oh yeah,
like for example, like I remember like first time I ever was driving, like my dad was teaching me how to drive, and he's like, "Oh, lot freeway." I'm like, "Dad, I'm like I'm not ready yet. Like I'm just just lot freeway." I'm like, "All right, get on the freeway." And I'm like, "Dad, it's like I shouldn't be here. Like I shouldn't be like no, you're good, you're good." I'm like, actually my dad doesn't really have that much of an accent, but like it's like you're good, you're good. I'm like oh my god, I'm like but like and like to be honest, like you panic but you learn, I guess. So
yeah.
yeah,
Well, there was a panic like a little just in the beginning.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you get used to it.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember it was just making left turns like always got to me because how it turns green, but you have to like let people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the ones without the arrow. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was always like my first month. I would always just like skip those, and everyone would honk at me, and my brother would be like, "What the hell, man?"
I was
But,
doing that.
yeah, I'm a good driver now. I promise.
No. Hey, Rateb is decently. I mean, he's alright driver. I'm not gonna lie,
Oh,
man.
for sure.
I mean, sometimes like he's always driving like he's panicking, like he's got to go somewhere. I'm like, bro, like I'm just kidding. It's a joke. Rateb knows how to drive. Mashallah. Anyways, what about other culture shocks? Like how was? Oh, dude. Okay, I know one time you told me about this, like your first time ever like going to the gym, like 24-hour fitness or something. How was that?
Oh, that was a major shocker for me.
Yeah.
Even though I got a heads up for that. It's not the gym itself. It was the locker room, to be specific. So I was right before I left, I was at my dentist, and the guy like spent like it's like 20 years in the U.S. and he just told me.
Oh, the dentist back home.
Yeah, but my dentist back home in Syria,
Mm-hmm.
and like this guy only gave me one heads up.
Okay.
Again, like he's an old wise man. He's 80 years old, and he was like, "Oh, just one advice, like when you go swimming, don't be surprised at locker rooms."
Okay.
I'm like, "Okay, for sure." And then I go to the gym my first time. 24-hour fitness. Walk the locker room, and like there's a bunch of naked ammos there, bro. I was like, "Oh my god." What do I do? I'm like not supposed to be there. I just like put my head up, like obviously, and then like you definitely don't want to make eye contact with a naked old man, because like I'm not trying to like just like keep my head straight and try to like. I just probably panicked and walked outside instantly, and honestly, still makes me super uncomfortable until today. Yeah.
The funny thing is like when you see like all these like dudes, like these old like uncles, or not, they're not uncles
because like
these old
Yeah.
people that are at the gym, whatever, and like they'll be like butt naked and like they're just like having a full-on conversation with
That's
the person
like,
next to them.
I
I'm
still
like,
don't understand that.
it's like why? Like
I don't understand
put
that.
some like at least a towel or something. I'm like, all right, fine, like we can talk right now. Damn. Anyways, how was okay? So you came here, you did community college, right? How was community college for you?
Community college was pretty weird, I would say.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know. I feel like I kind of appreciate community college as opposed to going straight from Syria to a 4-year because it kind of gives you a
warm up,
a better exposure to the it's not about a warm up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not talking academically. I'm talking about culture.
Okay.
It gives you a better perspective of what the U.S. is like for an outsider because a 4-year college is pretty much a bubble. Yeah, you don't really interact with the real world as opposed to community college where people are like you interact with like a wider spectrum of people. You got high school students and you got professionals and you got seniors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like in my calculus class, I had a 15-year-old high schooler and I had like a 40-year-old guy that was trying to pursue a career in engineering or something.
Damn.
So I found that pretty interesting.
That is interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously, just a lot of weirdos in community college.
Yeah.
You got a lot of weirdos, and I don't know. It's good and bad, I would say.
Bro, okay, hold up. You talking about a lot of weirdos, man. Like, I'm not trying to say anything, bro, but like me knowing you and all the stories that people tell us about you, like for the past 3 years that you were at UC San Diego, like you be saying some wild stuff, bro. Like you don't lie to people, but you're just like you troll people. I feel like if I were to put you in one word, like you're a troller. That's a word.
I think I started lying my first year in UCSD.
Okay.
Probably as a coping mechanism, I would say.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I came from community college and where I interacted with like a completely different people, and I wasn't used to like interacting with more specifically people like Muslims in the U.S.,
Okay.
which are the people that they're my people at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, we're not like.
But I
different
haven't hung out with like again, like I've only hung out with people from back home. I haven't hung out with like sons and daughters of immigrants.
I see.
Yeah,
I
I've only hung out with people like I know Arabs back home,
Okay.
and then I know people from my community college.
Mm-hmm.
So I could go there and like I'm a little overwhelmed. There was a lot going on in my life,
Okay.
and I just like didn't want to open up to everyone all at once. So I would just like lie about just go with the random lies. My first time going to the an MSA event, I introduced myself as a Trump supporter. It was around election time, 2016.
Oh my god.
Everyone was like pretty heated and all.
Yeah.
And I go and like honestly in my head that was what like started the whole lying thing, because I realized that I can get away with anything.
Like that's just like okay, they could believe me.
It was completely a joke. I just walk in
Mhm.
and I just see some Muslims. Like I introduce myself like, hey, I'm Rateb, Muslims for Trump, and I like extend my hand for a handshake.
Yo, my dude.
And like in my head, there's no way they're gonna believe me.
Yeah, because like it's
but
like
they're like no, they're like they wouldn't shake my hand.
oh my god.
Yeah, and so I just go on and like that starts a whole new thing of like lying. Just again lies that like they were about me.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It was just all pranks. Like I just wanted to test how far I could take it, basically.
Okay, please tell me, was that the highest you've ever hit? Like you ever did some even crazier thing?
So I'd say there's this, Myra, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Myra,
our
friend.
and I.
Myra's one of my closest friends now.
Yeah.
But when I met her first last year, there was this event in the MSA.
Okay.
It's called Justice in Palestine,
Shout out.
JIP,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone in the community gets pretty hyped up about it.
Okay.
For preparation and all. And there was like a week before there was some event for preparation that I didn't attend.
Okay.
She sees me the next day again. We barely knew each other. We were only on salam basis at the time.
Yeah, for sure.
And she's like, "Oh, why didn't you go yesterday?" I'm like, "Go where?" And she's like, "To that JIP thing."
It's like a prep meeting or something.
Yeah, I'm like, "Oh." I just like act all nervous. I'm like, "You don't know?"
Okay.
She's like, "I don't know about what?"
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, "Oh, never mind." She's like, "What?" I'm like, my mom would not appreciate me helping out with the Justice in Palestine week.
Okay, that's just weird. Uh-huh.
And she's like, "Why?" And she just says it like that, like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Oh, you don't know about my mom?" And she's like, "No, what about your mom?" I'm like, my mom, I'm like, I'm half Jewish, basically.
Uh-huh.
And I'm pretty sure my mom would rather me not get involved in and whatever you Muslims are doing, blah, blah, blah. And she's super confused at the time.
Yeah.
Like her face she's trying to process what I just said.
Uh-huh.
And I just look at her and like, "Oh, you're like just one of them." So
Oh, no.
like just another one. I'm not really like, I usually hanging out with Muslim with like MSA people, but you're being, I don't know, you're just being weird about it. And she starts to apologize. She's, "Oh my God, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to offend you."
Oh my
like,
god.
it's okay. And I act like all like sad and just walk away.
You're such a...
Yeah. And
Such a
then
dog.
the thing is, like, I didn't even tell her that I was lying. And then she goes and she asks her friend, and they tell her that I'm lying to her. And she's like, she gets really mad at me.
I'm so
Like, this guy's a pathological liar. And I was like, yeah.
That's hilarious. I mean, everyone, Rateb's full on Syrian. Like he's like full on Syrian. But honestly, like if I were in her position, like I barely knew you. Like I'm not gonna question you, but like, nah, you're not.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just
that's the thing. Kind of, I feel like I can say that in a very straight face, which is not something that I'm proud of anymore. Yeah, like, by the way, I toned down a lot on that.
Oh yeah, no, Rateb, now, like even like when I was like, I think like around like winter quarter or something, he like gives us a talk to like our MSA, whatever, about like lying and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, I used to be this, that.
Like, no, I made a promise then.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to lie anymore.
Yeah, so now he doesn't, like, he's actually very like just normal or something like that.
Normal.
Anyway, so we'll just take a quick break for our sponsor. I'll try not to lie about this one. So we don't have a sponsor. I'm just gonna have to take a break.
All right, for sure.
All right, and we're back. Okay, so right now here's where we do like our 10-cent segment. Like me and Kazzaz has been doing this. So what it is either ask questions or facts, and you just give us your 10 cents. And then you ask me the same thing or anything similar to it, whatever you have, and then I'll give you my 10 cents on it because, you know, we give more than what you ask for. Okay, you want to start off or should I start off?
I'll start off.
All right, go ahead. What's the question?
All right. So, would you rather always be able to tell when someone lies to you, or get away with any lie?
I feel like I don't want to know if someone's lying to me sometimes because, like, what if it's, like, it's better for them to lie? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, if someone, like, what if, like, your mom doesn't like you, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to know that. Like, sometimes, like, you need someone to just, like, boost your confidence.
So, I can see that, especially with you.
I mean, no, what do you mean special with me? It's not about that. Like,
nothing. No.
I feel like I'd just rather just get away with lies instead of just, like, getting to know if someone lies to me. Because then it hurts more. What about you? What's your 10 cents?
I mean, I would rather know if people are lying to me.
Okay.
Than get away with lies.
Okay.
Because, you know, you're not supposed to lie.
And it's not even that. I think it's because you probably already get away with lies, so it's like, might as well just, like, practice the other one, so if that makes any sense. Oh. All right. Okay, let me ask you. Okay. Would you rather have a rewind button in your life or have a pause button in your life?
Pause.
Okay, not like pause like the way I say, not the pause.
By the way, that's Amer's favorite word.
Yeah, I mean, shout out my homies. My homies are the ones that kind of introduced me to pause.
Oh, like, by the way, he takes credit for it here, and he says whenever someone says pause, he's like, "Oh, I created pause," or the Hadab created pause.
Okay, no, relax. It's just because nobody knew when I came to UCSD, nobody knew about like pause. So I was like, oh, just no one says pause. Anyways, so would you want to want a rewind button or a pause button in your life?
A pause button, for sure. Actually, that's that's my dream my superpower, because especially when you like procrastinate and want to finish your work, so you just press pause and you finish like all your work.
Damn.
And then you can, you know, but rewind.
But if you rewind, you go back and like not procrastinate and just do it right though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like I'm of the mentality of like what happened in the past happened in the past. Khalas.
Damn.
Move on.
Damn, this guy out here dropping knowledge, bro. Okay, do you have a question? What's your other question you
have? Let's see. Do you think having a degree determines your success?
Okay, there's this. Okay, like honestly, like I was hoping this podcast would not be like very like motivational. I mean, not in terms of motivational, but like about talking about like success and all that stuff. But like, I think degrees do not matter if you are a person that is already like determined and already has something like in mind. But however, if a degree is there for you to like succeed, then go get that degree. Don't be like, oh, I'll just learn it on my own. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people like they need a structured system for them to like succeed. So I'd rather just say, degree does not determine your success. However, you should, if to get to where you want it, where's your end goal is, and you need those degrees, then go get them. So I guess that's my 10 cents.
Okay, I mean, I would say not the degree itself, but like you do learn a lot in college.
Yeah,
and you grow a lot in college, so that's a good experience. But in terms of whatever your major is, I think you're supposed to like just go and explore what the field is like.
I see.
Even if you're trying to go to grad school, like don't just dive straight to grad school without knowing what you're signing up for. Cause
I see. So you're saying more like
yeah, because reality is different from school.
That's true.
For those of you who have interned or have work experience, like what you learn in school is not directly applicable to what you do at a job. So I think it's very important if you're in college, just go and explore what your career is like, looking like.
I see. Okay. All right. So thanks for that 10 cents. Okay. Last 10-cent question. Would you rather be able to speak all foreign languages or be able to speak with animals?
Probably speak all foreign languages.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
you're not trying to speak no animal?
I think that would be pretty cool. But if I have to choose, I'd definitely choose speak foreign languages. Because, like, you know, for those of us who speak foreign languages, sometimes you'd be talking ish about people in front of them.
Yeah.
In, like, your own language.
That's true.
Yeah. So it'd be funny to know what people are saying.
I mean, I personally would also say foreign language. I mean, like, animals are cool and all, bro. But, like, number one, I'm allergic to cats. Number two, I'm not trying to talk to no animal. Like, what am I supposed to be like? Yeah, like I'm gonna go ask like a dolphin how's their day. Like I don't like it's cool. Like I guess, but like
not a dolphin, maybe a dog.
A dog,
Yeah.
bro. A dog's gonna pull
feel
up, and be like, "Yeah, I just took a piss on a tree, took a walk." No, took the, and the dog won't say like, no, he won't say I went on a walk. He'll say I took my partner to a walk. Cause like end of the day, bro, I feel like dogs aren't the ones that are walking. It's the partners that are walking the dog.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Partners that are walking. I think the dogs walks. Like the partner wasn't gonna go. I mean, not the partner, the owner. You mean?
don't.
The owner wasn't gonna get up on their own and just freaking walk.
Yeah.
At 12 a.m.
Yeah,
because they felt like it.
that's true. That's why like I'm not. I mean, I love animals though, but yeah, definitely the foreign language. Well, anyways, Rateb, honestly, it's been great having you on this podcast, bro. Like, shout out for like you accepting this, hopping on this podcast. Tell us. I mean, I know you're unemployed right now, and as of now, every unemployed person I've had on this podcast got a degree got a job in 2 weeks. So Mossab got a job in 2 weeks. So
that's a 1 out of 100% success.
I'm at 100% success rate. So anyone here who like is in tech or anything, Rateb's he graduated with bioengineer, but he minored in CS. He's trying to get something in software.
Hook it up.
So hook it up, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So if we do this, 2 out of 2, we're at 100%. I'll change the 10 Cent podcast name to like to LinkedIn or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out or something.
Yeah, honestly, start putting ads.
Yeah.
Hey, trying to find a job.
Yeah. I'm serious. Oh, but anyway, and I'm not kidding. Like if you go check Musab's LinkedIn, he actually got employed at Sony. So it's a real thing.
Shout out 10 Cents podcast.
Shout out 10 Cent podcast. Rateb, last thing we're doing with all my guests is drop a dime and give your shout outs to your boys, your people, whoever helped you be here. So drop a dime for the people.
Shout out Adil, the #1 fan.
Yeah, shout out Adil.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Shout out Musab. Shout out Shafeen.
I
don't know if Shafeen's gonna listen, and shout out Noor, I guess.
All right, for sure, respect.
Who else listens to your podcast?
I think so, bro. I'm hoping.
You're hoping?
I mean, I don't know, bro. Like half these people be saying that they listen to my podcast, but honestly, I don't know. Like I'm just gonna take their word for it.
I know Bilal doesn't for sure.
Oh no, bro. But my roommates. The other day, I was at Phil's Coffee and Exquisite, one of our friends.
Oh, shout out Exquisite, bro.
Yeah, shout out Exquisite.
Facts, shout out to Exquisite.
Yeah, and like he was like talking about the podcast, and like my roommates were right next to me, and they were like, "Oh, we should definitely listen to this podcast now." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." Anyways, but no, drop a dime for the people. What you want to say?
I'd probably say whatever big problem you're going through, don't like stop and like don't think it's the end of the world. Because first of all, problems like help you grow a lot, and that's what make you stronger in the future and make you a better person, I would say. I mean, if you do it the right way. So don't stop. And the thing about like facing problems in your life is the more trouble you have, the stronger you become. And then like whatever life tosses at you, it all seems adi. Adi's like whatever. So doesn't matter. You know everything. No matter what happens to you, you're always gonna be fine at the end of the day. Yeah. Just have faith and stay strong.
Damn, drop the dime right here. All right, thanks Rateb and everyone. Enjoy some music.